Greetings, seekers of ancient wisdom and keepers of forgotten lore. Welcome back to our channel, where the veil between worlds thins and the echoes of tradition guide us through the labyrinth of time. Today, we delve into a day unlike any other, a day consecrated to kindness, whispered among the leaves and etched into the very soul of the earth. But beware, for on this day, the gentlest touch can conceal the gravest consequence, and the spirits of the wild stand sentinel over human hearts. The 4th day of October arrives, not merely as another turning page in the calendar, but as a profound moment when humanity's connection to nature and compassion is called into sharp focus. Known primarily as the Feast of St. Francis of Assisi, this date transcends mere religious observance, weaving itself into the fabric of folk beliefs, animal blessings, and a deep reverence for the natural world. It is a day when the autumn air carries not just the scent of fallen leaves, but also the subtle messages from the creatures sharing our world, and perhaps from something far older, nestled within the pagan heart of the seasons. At the core of October 4th lies the veneration of St. Francis of Assisi, a figure whose life redefined holiness through humility, poverty, and an extraordinary love for all creation. Born into a wealthy merchant family, he famously renounced his earthly possessions to embrace a life dedicated to God and the service of others, especially the poor and the sick. For many, this day is a potent reminder of the sanctity of life in all its forms. People turn to St. Francis with prayers for their beloved pets, for the protection of wildlife, for healing, and for guidance in living a simpler, more spiritual life. This blending of spiritual streams makes the day particularly potent, a crossroads where devotion meets primal respect for the wild. To truly understand the essence of this day, we must journey back to the sun-drenched hills of Umbria, to the year 1181, and meet a young man named Giovanni di Pietro di Bernardone, who would later be known to the world as Francis. The son of a prosperous cloth merchant, Giovanni initially lived a life of lavish indulgence, dreaming of chivalric glory. Yet, beneath the surface of youthful revelry, a deeper yearning stirred. A series of profound experiences began to shift his trajectory. First, a grave illness during which he felt a profound spiritual awakening. Then, a vision in the dilapidated church of San Damiano, where a crucifix seemingly spoke to him, saying, "Francis, go and repair my church, which you see is falling into ruin." This act led to a dramatic confrontation with his father, culminating in Francis publicly renouncing his inheritance, and even his very clothes in the town square of Assisi, declaring God as his only father. From that moment, Francis embraced Lady Poverty, living as an itinerant preacher, ministering to the poor and the lepers, and finding joy in the simplest aspects of creation. His unique spirituality quickly attracted followers, leading to the establishment of the Franciscan order. What truly set Francis apart was his extraordinary communion with nature. Legends abound with tales of his miraculous affinity for animals. Perhaps the most famous is the story of the ferocious wolf of Gubbio, a beast that terrorized the town. When Francis arrived, he walked directly to the wolf. With a gentle gesture and firm voice, he commanded the wolf to cease its violence, speaking to it as if it were a reasoning creature. Miraculously, the wolf became docile, laid its head at Francis's feet, and followed him into the town, where Francis negotiated a pact. The townspeople would feed the wolf, and it would no longer harm them. The wolf lived peacefully among the people for years, a living testament to Francis's power of love. Another beloved tale describes Francis preaching to flocks of birds who, according to witnesses, remained perfectly still, listening intently to his sermon. He would address them as brother birds, reminding them of God's care. He saw every creature, every plant, every element of nature as part of God's vast family, referring to the sun as brother sun, and the moon as sister moon. His Canticle of the Creatures beautifully encapsulates this holistic worldview. In 1224, Francis received the stigmata, the wounds of Christ on his own body, a sign of his profound identification with the suffering of Jesus. He died on October 3rd, 1226, asking to be laid naked on the bare earth, a final act of humility. His legacy endures, reminding us that true wealth lies not in possessions, but in compassion, humility, and a loving reverence for all life. On this sacred day, the world whispers its secrets through signs and omens, revealing glimpses into the future, both near and far. Pay close attention, for destiny often speaks in metaphors. Folk omens. If October's 4th brings a gentle rain, a mild winter will then reign. A soft, steady drizzle on this day suggests a mild winter ahead, allowing for a gentler transition between seasons. It signifies nature's benevolence. When leaves cling tight to branches high, a harsh and bitter winter is nigh. If trees, especially oaks, are still laden with dry leaves, it forebodes a severe winter with heavy snows and biting frosts. Nature is holding on to its protective layers. A sudden chill, a biting breeze, winter's harsh breath on autumn's trees. An unexpected drop in temperature or a strong, cold wind on this day indicates an early and severe onset of winter. The spirits of frost are already on the move. If spiders weave their webs anew, fair weather and warmth will see you through. Abundant spider webs, particularly glistening with dew, signify a stretch of pleasant, mild autumn weather. Spiders are said to be weaving a protective net against the coming cold. When squirrels gather nuts with haste, no winter bounty goes to waste. If you observe squirrels diligently and rapidly bearing their winter stores, it's a strong sign of a long, cold winter that will exhaust their early caches. They know what's coming. The flight of birds a southward plea, a winter early, wild, and free. If migratory birds are seen flying in large, urgent flocks southward, it indicates a pressing need to escape an impending, unusually harsh winter. Their instinct is rarely wrong. A morning mist that clings to ground, a day of sunshine will be found. A thick fog that lingers close to the earth but begins to dissipate promises a clear, sunny, and pleasant day. If your hearth fire burns bright and strong, prosperity will linger long. A roaring, healthy fire in your fireplace is a sign of good fortune and financial stability for the coming months. It signifies warmth and abundance. To find a fallen feather, white and pure, good tidings and peace you can be sure. Discovering a pristine white feather unexpectedly is a blessing, symbolizing purity, spiritual protection, and impending good news or a peaceful resolution. Should a robin sing outside your door, a new beginning lies in store. The sweet song of a robin close to your home is an omen of renewal, positive change, or the start of a promising new venture or relationship. If bread fails to rise or spoils with haste, your financial luck may go to waste. Issues with baking, particularly bread that doesn't rise, can signify impending financial difficulties or a period of scarcity, suggesting a blockage in your household's provision. To drop coins upon the floor, unexpected wealth will knock at your door. Accidentally dropping money is paradoxically a good omen, suggesting that unexpected financial gains or windfalls are on their way. The earth is returning your offerings. Dreams on this night. The night of October 4th is believed to be a conduit for spiritual messages. Pay close attention to your dreams, for they carry profound meanings. Dreams of animals. Wild animals, calm, friendly, signify harmony, spiritual awakening, and connection to primal instincts. Your wild self is at peace. Pets suggest attention to domestic life or a pet's health. Birds symbolize freedom, spirituality, or messages from the divine. A wolf, friendly, protective, can symbolize a guardian spirit or inner strength. Menacing warns of hidden threats. Fish relate to the subconscious, emotions, or hidden knowledge. Dreams of nature. Lush forests indicate growth, abundance, and strong roots. Barren trees suggest a need for spiritual renewal. Calm, clear water represents emotional peace. Turbulent water signifies turmoil. Well-tended gardens symbolize personal growth. Neglected gardens suggest areas needing care. Dreams of simplicity, poverty. Dreaming of giving away possessions or living simply is a powerful message to reevaluate material attachments and seek deeper, spiritual fulfillment, aligning with St. Francis's teachings. Born on this day. Those blessed to be born on October 4th carry a unique essence, touched by compassion and connection. They often possess a profound love for nature and animals, with innate gentleness and empathy. Like St. Francis, they can be charismatic and inspiring, often acting as natural peacemakers. Their deep sensitivity means they may absorb the pain of the world, requiring conscious energy protection. They are idealists seeking beauty and truth, and may struggle with materialism. Their path often involves integrating spiritual values with earthly existence, often through creative expression, humanitarian work, or advocacy for the voiceless. Name days. On this significant date, we commemorate those bearing names associated with the spirit of St. Francis and his legacy. This day honours those named Francis, Francis, Francesco, Francesca, Frank, Giovanni, John, Clara, Claire, Benedict. Let us consider Francis. Individuals named Francis often embody a gentle strength, profound kindness, and natural affinity for leadership through compassion. They possess deep integrity and quiet resolve, seeking truth and peace, preferring harmony over conflict. Their influence is usually subtle, yet impactful, inspiring loyalty and respect through genuine warmth and ethical conduct. Underneath an unassuming exterior lies a formidable spirit dedicated to service and noble ideals. On the Day of the Gentle Wanderer, engaging in specific traditions and rituals can align you with the benevolent energies of compassion, protection, and spiritual renewal. These are not mere customs, but potent acts designed to open channels of blessings and gratitude. 1. The Blessing of the Beast Ritual. Goal: to bestow protection, health, and happiness upon all animals, domestic and wild, honouring the sacred bond between humans and the animal kingdom. What you'll need: a small bowl of fresh water, a sprig of rosemary or lavender, a white or green candle, a small natural offering for animals, e.g. birdseed, and your pet S, if applicable. When and how to conduct: perform outdoors at dawn or dusk, or in a quiet spot at home. Light the candle, focusing on honouring all life. Hold the sprig over the water, saying, "By earth and sky, by claw and wing, blessings of life this water bring." Dip the sprig. Gently sprinkle blessed water over pets, speaking words of love. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be loved, my dear companion. Take the bowl outside. Sprinkle water on the earth, saying, "For all creatures great and small, seen and unseen, I send my call." Place your natural offering nearby. Spend moments in silent communion. What to do after? Allow the candle to burn down safely. Pour remaining water into a garden. Continue to treat all animals with kindness and respect. 2. The act of charitable giving and compassion. Goal: to invite abundance and blessings by sharing with those less fortunate, echoing St. Francis's embrace of service. What you'll need: items to donate, food, warm clothing, pet supplies, and a clear intention to give from the heart. When and how to conduct: at any time of day. Reflect on gratitude before gathering donations. Choose good condition items. Consider donating pet supplies to a shelter. As you package, visualize positive impact, saying, "May these gifts bring warmth and joy, abundance shared, good karma deploy." Deliver items to a local charity or offer to someone in need. What to do after? Do not expect anything in return. The selfless act itself is the reward, believed to attract positive energy and unexpected blessings. 3. The nature walk and silent communion. Goal: to reconnect with the earth, find inner peace, and receive subtle messages from nature, inspired by St. Francis's reverence for creation. What you'll need: comfortable walking shoes, a quiet place in nature, and an open heart. When and how to conduct: ideally during daylight. Step out with conscious intention to observe and listen. Walk slowly, silently, mindfully. Pay attention to sights, sounds, scents, Choose a spot to sit quietly for 10-15 minutes. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and allow yourself to simply be in nature. Open your eyes and observe a single natural element reflecting on its beauty. What to do after? Carry this sense of peace and connection with you. Answers or new perspectives may emerge after this reflection. Culinary traditions of the day. The culinary traditions associated with St. Francis's Day reflect his spirit of simplicity, gratitude, and charity. It's a day to appreciate humble foods and share what you have. Bread of St. Francis. Bake simple, rustic, whole-grain bread, symbolizing the earth's bounty. Break off a small piece and offer it to birds or leave it for wild animals, symbolizing shared sustenance and reverence. This act is believed to bring blessings of abundance. Vegetarian fare. Many observe the day by consuming a vegetarian meal, a nod to St. Francis's love for animals. Dishes feature seasonal autumn vegetables like squash, root vegetables, apples and nuts. This promotes a mindful approach to food. Fruit and honey. Simple natural sweets like fresh apples, pears and grapes, often sweetened with local honey, are favoured. They symbolise the sweetness of life and nature's gifts. Sharing these with neighbours is also a cherished custom. No waste. A key principle for meals is to avoid waste. Every scrap is valued, reflecting St. Francis's teaching of reverence for creation. Leftovers are repurposed or, in older traditions, given to the poor or animals. Just as there are actions that invite blessings, so too are there prohibitions on this potent day. To disregard these warnings is to risk disturbing the delicate balance of kindness and respect, inviting misfortune and disrupting the natural order. Tread carefully, for the unseen forces are particularly sensitive on the day of the gentle wanderer. Main prohibitions of the day. K1. Harming any living creature. Mystical reason. To deliberately harm an animal is an affront to St. Francis and a deep disrespect for the sacredness of life. The veil between human and animal spirit is thinnest today. Consequences. Such an act will bring severe bad luck, including illness to family, loss of property, or prolonged sadness. The pain inflicted will return to you manifold, and animal spirits are believed to seek retribution. 2. Being cruel or indifferent to the poor or needy. Mystical reason. St. Francis dedicated his life to serving the marginalised. To turn away someone in genuine need goes directly against the day's essence, showing spiritual blindness. Consequences. Ignoring the poor is believed to invite poverty and hardship into your own life. Your resources might dwindle, and blessings will cease to flow. 3. Cutting down trees or harming plants unnecessarily. Mystical reason. Unnecessary destruction of plant life is a desecration of the natural world and a disruption of its energetic balance. Trees hold ancient wisdom and life force. Consequences. Such actions are believed to bring bad luck to your home and health. You might experience difficulties with growth in your own life, stalled projects, ill health, or a general feeling of stagnation. Fas. Engaging in arguments, gossip, or malice. Mystical reason. St. Francis promoted peace and humility. Engaging in negativity pollutes the spiritual atmosphere and draws dark, discordant energies. It is a day for unity, not division. Consequences. Arguments or malicious speech on this day are said to escalate quickly, leading to long-lasting feuds or irreversible damage to relationships. Your words may turn against you. 5. Being excessively wasteful or extravagant. Mystical reason. St. Francis embraced simplicity. Wasting resources is a sign of disrespect for the earth's bounty and a lack of gratitude. Consequences. Indulging in extravagance or wastefulness on this day is believed to attract scarcity. Your resources may diminish, and you might face financial setbacks as the universe corrects the disregard for cosmic balance. 6. Ignoring or neglecting your pets. Mystical reason. Pets are gifts and sentient beings. Ignoring them on St. Francis's Day is a direct affront to his spirit of animal guardianship. Consequences. Neglecting pets can bring disharmony to your home and emotional distress. It is believed to manifest as feelings of loneliness or abandonment in your own life, or even minor accidents and illnesses in the household. 7. Starting major construction or destructive projects. Mystical reason. This day is about nurturing and peace. Initiating projects involving significant disruption of land or existing structures can be seen as contrary to the day's gentle spirit, disturbing resting earth spirits. Consequences. Projects started on this day are believed to encounter numerous delays, unforeseen obstacles, or ultimately fail. They may also bring bad luck or accidents to those involved. 8. Hunting or fishing for sport. Mystical reason. Hunting or fishing purely for sport on this day is a strong prohibition, implying a lack of reverence for life and treating creatures as mere trophies. Consequences. Those who engage in hunting or fishing for sport on this day are believed to face poor luck in all their endeavours. They may experience a series of misses in life, as the spirits of the wild turn their backs on them. 9. Wearing new, extravagant clothes. Mystical reason. In alignment with St. Francis's teachings on humility, wearing ostentatiously new or overly extravagant clothing is seen as a display of vanity and materialism, diverting from the spiritual focus. Consequences. Such a display is believed to attract envy and potential loss. The new items may quickly be damaged or lost, or your attempts at showing off may lead to embarrassment or financial strain. 10. Engaging in excessive business dealings or focusing solely on profit. Mystical reason. This day calls for a shift from materialistic pursuits to more spiritual and compassionate ones. Excessive focus on profit can be a distraction from the day's true meaning of generosity and service. Consequences. Business ventures aggressively pursued on this day are believed to be plagued by bad luck, legal troubles, or unprofitable outcomes. Greed on this day is said to repel true abundance, leading to losses. As the day of the gentle wanderer draws to a close, remember that the spirit of St. Francis, of kindness, humility, and reverence for all life, is not confined to a single date. It is a philosophy, a way of being that can enrich every moment of our existence. May you carry the blessings of this day, the whispers of the wild, and the wisdom of ancient traditions with you until we meet again.